Welcome back to the channel. It's Formula Park 1. We showcase amateur athletes and amateur news every day. If you're a player or coach would like an interview, DM me for a collaboration. And if you're loving the content, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. The AP poll is out, and we're talking about the top 25 teams and their quarterback that leads their team. Coming in number one is Ohio State with a record of 12 and 0, and they're led by Julian Sayon, who has 258 completions over 327 attempts, has a completion percentage of 78.9, and he has 3,065 yards passing, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR of 184.8. Coming at number two is Indiana, and they're led by Fernando Mendoza, a Heisman hopeful who has 211 completions over 293 attempts, has a completion percentage of 72, and has passed over 2,700 yards with 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 183.7. Coming in number three is Texas A&M, and they have a record of 11-1, and they're led by Marcel Reed, who has 209 completions over 338 attempts, has a 61.8 completion rate, 2,900 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and has a QBR of 153.2. Coming at number four is Georgia, who has a record of 10-1, and they're led by Gunnar Stockton, who has 231 completions over 329 attempts, has a completion percentage of 70.2 with 2,500 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR of 152. Coming at number five is Texas Tech with a record of 11-1, and they're led by Brenton Morton, who has 181 completions over 267 attempts, has a completion percentage of 67.8, 2,400 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a QBR of 165.9. Coming at number six is Oregon with a record of 10-1, and they're led by Dante Moore, who has 227 completions over 313 attempts, has a completion percentage of 72.5, 2,700 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a QBR of 167.3. Coming in number seven is Ole Miss with a record of 10-1, of 11-1, and they're led by Trinidad Chamberlain, who has 208 completions over 333 attempts, has a completion percentage of 65.5, has over 3,000 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a QBR of 157.6. Coming at number eight is Oklahoma with a record of 9-2, and they're led by John Mature, who has 221 completions over 356 attempts, has a completion percentage of 62.1, had 2,500 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a QBR of 132.4. Coming at number nine is Notre Dame with a record of 9-2, and they're led by C.J. Carr, who has 195 completions, 293 attempts, 66.6 completion percentage, over 2,700 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a QBR of 168.4. Coming at number 10 is Alabama, Roll Tide, with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Ty Simpson, who has 256 completions over 389 attempts, has a completion percentage of 65.8, over 3,000 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and has a QBR of 151.0. Coming in at number 11 is BYU with a record of 10-1, and they're led by Bear Boschmar, who has 208 completions, 322 attempts, has a completion percentage of 64.6, has 2,500 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 144.1. Coming in at number 12 is Carson Beck. And Miami has a record of 9-2, and he has 263 completions over 352 attempts, 74.7 completion rate, 3,000 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a QBR of 165.8. Coming at number 13 is Utah with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Devon Dampier, who has 193 completions over 303 attempts. His completion percentage is 63.7. He has 2,180 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR of 144.8. Coming at number 14 is Vanderbilt with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Diego Pavai, who has 242 completions over 340 attempts, had a completion percentage of 71.2, has over 3,000 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and has a QBR rating of 171.8. Coming at number 15 is Michigan, and they have a record of 9-2, and they're led by dynamic freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood, who has 179 completions over 293 attempts, has a completion percentage of 61.9, 2,200 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and has a QBR of 131. Coming at number 16 is Texas with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Arch Manning, who has 227 completions over 370 attempts, has a completion percentage of 61.4, 2,900 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and has a QBR of 145.8. Coming at number 17 is USC with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Jaden Mavave, who has 247 completions over 373 attempts, has a completion percentage of 66.2, has passing yards for the season 3,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 159.5. Coming in at number 18 is Virginia with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Chandler Morris, who has 236 completions over 358 attempts, 2,586 passing yards, 65.9 completion percentage, 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 135.6. Coming at number 19 is Tennessee with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Joey Aguilar, who has 258 completions over 396 attempts, has a completion percentage of 66.8, has 3,400 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and has a QBR of 157.1. Coming in at number 20 is Arizona State with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Sam Levitt, who has 145 completions over 239 attempts, has a completion percentage of 60.7, has 1628 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 intercepts, and a QBR of 129.2. Coming at number 21 is SMU with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Kevin Jennings, who has 279 completions, 422 attempts, 66.1 completion percentage, 3,300 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 148.6. Coming in at number 22 is Pittsburgh with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Mason Henschel, who has 176 completions, 276 attempts, has a completion percentage of 63.8, 2,098 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and has a QBR of 140.8. And coming at number 23 is Georgia Tech with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Haynes King, who has 230 completions over 321 attempts, completion percentage 71.7, 2,697 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 151.4. Coming at number 24 is Tulane Green Wave with a record of 9-2, and they're led by Jack Retzlaff, who has 209 passing yards, 334 attempts, has a completion percentage of 62.6, over 2,700 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, has a QBR rating of 144.1. Last but not least, coming in at number 25 is Arizona with a record of 8-3, and they're led by Noah 50, who has 247 completions, over 386 attempts. Completion percentage is 64%, has over 2,900 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a QBR of 148.1. If you're loving the content, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for all your football content. Thank you for your support.